All right, so we have a ton of brand new firearms owners out there, and it's really awesome, and I think that's a great thing. But I wanted to go over a few things that I think is really important for a brand new firearm owner to pay attention to, and to do. Uh, and the reason I'm saying this stuff is because I know that for most of the people out there, it's just not a reality to go out and seek out the training at a reputable school or whatnot. Don't have the funds, don't have the time, and it is what it is. So here's some things. If you're a brand new firearm owner and you just bought a shiny new firearm or whatever, number one, when you get back to your home, read the firearms manual. That's step one. A lot of people overlook that step. Read the firearm manual that came with the firearm. If you bought a used firearm, go online, type in the model of your firearm, and then type in owner's manual, and it should pop up in an online form as well. But you want to be able to look at the manual because the manual contains a few things. It contains safety information, general safety information when it comes to firearms, and it also contains information on your specific firearm as far as safety stuff, the specific type of ammo that it takes, how to load, unload, troubleshooting, parts lists, all that good stuff. It contains that. So you want to look through it because you want to be as knowledgeable as possible on your chosen tool. It just makes sense. Once you've done that, you can go online and you can get training from online sources. And it's free, whether it's at websites or on YouTube or even on Instagram. There's a lot of avenues. I'm just going to name a couple reputable names to keep in your head as far as looking up online, as far as self defense, general self defense, and firearms in regards to self defense. First one is Thunder Ranch, Clint Smith at Thunder Ranch. Very awesome training school, very reputable. Second one's going to be Haley Strategic. Third one's going to be Costa Ludus. Those guys right there, just three off the top of my head. The other one, I think they still sell DVDs online, is the old Magpul Dynamics. It's a little bit dated, but Chris Costa and Travis Haley were part of that whole thing. And very, very good fundamentals of self-defense for various types of firearms, whether they're handguns, rifle, shotgun, all that good stuff. So look at those. You can find them online. You could probably buy DVDs from a lot of them. I think they all have DVDs. I don't know about Haley Strategic so much, but I know Magpul has DVDs and Thunder Ranch had DVDs, and they're very good. Thunder Ranch is probably the top out of all of them because of the way the material's presented. Clint Smith's no-nonsense attitude. He's been around the game forever, and he could just put it to you really clearly what needs to be done as far as firearms and self-defense is concerned. And you could do that at home. You don't need extra money aside from maybe if you choose to buy the DVDs, the money for that, which is relatively inexpensive. You can do that in your free time. Watch the stuff, learn it, live it, love it, do the drills at your house as long as you're doing them really, really safe and adhering to all the safety rules that are encompasses firearms use. And that could really gain your knowledge. The reason I named those reputable people is because that's a good place to start. There's a ton more out there, but you want to avoid, there's some bad advice out there. So you want to start with a good foundation and build upon that. I think if you go with these folks, there's others out there. But if you go with these folks, it gives you that good foundation that you can continue to build on. So you've got your training manual covered as far as or the user's manual rather, for the firearm. So you have knowledge of your firearm, and now you have some good self-defense training. What next? Well, the obvious is range time. That's kind of an obvious thing. You want range time and all that good stuff. But along with that is something that there's two things that people don't really think of. That is unarmed combat as far as training and conditioning. And what I mean by that is unarmed forms of combat. I don't use the word self-defense when it comes to that because, I mean, it's unarmed combat. And I'm talking like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie, combatives, what have you. Those are kind of the same. But whatever martial art you choose, make sure it's centric on ending the fight quickly, guarding your firearm, protecting your firearm, and something that can be used with varying physical ability levels. So look at that, and then look at training on de-escalation techniques and having good situational awareness. Um, you want to look at how can you recognize that a fight may start to happen before it happens so you can vacate the area, and you want to look at if somebody does get in your face, how can you de-escalate the situation. How do you handle a situation and not let your ego become part of it, and you don't let your emotions dictate the outcome of the situation? That's extremely important. People don't think about that, but when you have a firearm, you either have it at your house or you decide to carry a firearm, um, you need to pay attention to those things. You have to be street smart. You have to know how to de-escalate. You have to not let the little things bother you. If somebody cuts you off while you're driving down the road, maybe you don't get mad. Maybe you don't slam on your horn. Maybe you don't get a little bit of road rage. Maybe you just realize in the grand scheme of things, that's fine. Maybe that person's having a bad day. Just back off and let it go. That's just an example. In this day and age, if somebody's not wearing a mask when they walk into the dang Walmart, okay, maybe you don't need to go up to them saying, wear your damn mask. Maybe it's not your business. Um, but you have to learn to be smart. Carrying a firearm and just throwing it on your hip and saying, I have a firearm now I'm a sheepdog, no, that doesn't cut it. There's a lot that goes with it, a lot of responsibility. It's a hobby. Firearms are fun. It's a cool recreational thing to go out and safely do. But there's a serious side to them, and you want to make sure that you're training yourself for that and being responsible. Along with all this, look at your local laws. You need to know your local laws on use of force and on when and where to carry firearms. For example, where I live, you can conceal carry outside of city limits without a permit. You don't need a permit. Inside of city limits, you're going to need a permit. But you can't carry necessarily in schools or banks or areas that serve alcohol. Okay, those are little subtleties that are in the law that you have to pay attention to, because it could mean a huge difference if you get into a self-defense situation. In my example, I don't really go to bars or anything like that. I mean, I don't do any of that, so it's not an issue for me. And I rarely eat out at restaurants that serve alcohol, especially anymore. I kind of would rather just eat at home. Honestly, home cooked food is better than restaurant food. That's a little side subject. If you guys realize, if you realize today, if you eat a good home cooked meal, it's 10 times better than a restaurant cooked meal. It's just because the ingredients are fresher. You're cooking it at home. You know things are clean, all that good stuff. It's just 10 times better. But anyway, that's a different subject. But look at those laws. Pay attention to the laws. Know your laws on self-defense. Know if you have a castle doctrine. Know if you have a duty to retreat. You have to know these things. In my state, there's a whole list of different laws out there that kind of deal with self-defense that is really good to know. It's just going to benefit you. So in any case, I hope this was a useful video. Just to try and summarize, read the user's manual, get online training, go to the range, get that good de-escalation training, self-defense, unarmed combat training. Look for those good situational awareness type training deals that are out there online, and then read your local laws. Become informed. So I hope I didn't skip anything important. I don't think I did. If there's something that you guys and gals would like to add, throw it in the comment section below, so that way people perusing the comment, if I didn't cover it, this is just kind of a basics, what's on my mind. It's probably not an overall comprehensive type deal, but feel free to put it down below. And then that way, again, whoever's reading comment section can look and learn even more and all that good stuff. All right. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video, do all that good stuff, and stay safe out there.